Happy Friday and happy start to a Season 2 for Ultra Rumble, guys. In this video, we're gonna go over everything they changed in Season 2. We also got a couple of balance updates. So for certain characters, we got some buffs and nerfs. We also got a lot of bug fixes, but I will point out the most important ones to y'all. And quite a few of system improvements, and you'll understand what that is when we go over them. First things first, what everyone probably was waiting for was they added this man to Ultra Rumble.
All right. I'll show you my Hell Flame! Another Scorcher. Perfect weather.
We will go over everything Endeavor in another video, but just know that he is out. You do need to roll for him in his new banner, but he is out, and I hope and wish you luck that you do get him. The other big announcement is they did add a duo system in the game, which is really cool. So now you can play with a random or your best friend and go head-to-head against 11 other teams, 12 teams in total in the same battle royale we've been playing, just with 2 people. Now, unfortunately, this is only a casual play. There's no ranked play with this. I understand with how ranked points would work, but I was hoping there would be a rank system for this because I would like to at least try or maybe go a little competitive with the duo system. Moving on to the bug fixes. The first one I want to talk about only affects, I believe, console players. The aim assist has been toned down or at least fixed to where you cannot see people through walls. I don't know if that gave too many people an unfair advantage on console, but that is now not possible. The next one is a great fix. They fixed the issue where if you were to use the emote wheel right before the game would start in a lobby, so the emote wheel would be open and then it would load in to where you're choosing to drop on the map. Sometimes this would actually make the game close, or you would just be frozen on the map. You wouldn't be able to play it. So I'm glad this is fixed now, so you can actually, you know, have fun with people in the lobby. The next bug fix is a character-specific one. On Deku, the Black Whip will now track better when actually trying to hit opponents. There was a bug where sometimes it would go straight through them, or if you were in the air and you tried to use it, sometimes it would go right past them and hit the ground and then travel you closer towards them instead of just grabbing them. Apparently this has fixed. This has happened to me only a small amount of times, but I guess enough to where they needed to go in and fix it. The next bug fix is also character specific, very similar to Deku's, but this is also really great. Aizawa's binding cloth has been fixed. Normally at this distance, they would just tap and stun the opponent. However, if you do get them, you will actually grab them from that far instead of just kind of tapping them, giving a love tap and them falling over, right? So at this distance again, grabbing them. This is a huge bug fix for Aizawa. I am so glad it was a bug and not intentional, bro, because this is great. Like, you should be able to hit them from that far away. It is wonderful. He'll actually be a lot better than he was. I don't know if he'll be extremely better to where he's actually a good character, but this is, look at that. That range is insane. Bringing them all the way over there. I mean, that is so much better, man. Look at that. I'm so happy about this bug fix. Next bug fix is also character specific. This is referring to Ochako's alpha move that was somewhat bugged in the beginning of a season. Now it is fixed. Now, of course, it might not work every single time. We have to just kind of play around with it. I've been swinging for about 2-3 minutes now, and I have not dropped yet, so it seems like they fixed all the issues. However, I know some people might not know this. Please do not go on the ground and just try and shoot the alpha. This will not work. It has never worked. You need to jump. So if you're looking to see if it's fixed, please make sure you are in the air. But I've been flying around for a couple minutes, so and it does look like they have fixed this. So this is a W for Ochako, who is already a super good character. So now that this bug is fixed, she's even better. That is it for the bug fixes. There is a lot of other bug fixes, but it mostly pertains to just some random stuff closing the game unexpectedly, or maybe something in the UI just not displaying correctly. The bug that we were all hoping for is still out there, where the cards, when you go down or where your teammates fully die, spawn in the middle. They have not said anything about that unless I misread something or just read past it, but I did carefully look over, so in case I did not, please let me know in the comments. But that bug is unfortunately still out there. That was the major bug a lot of us were hoping to get fixed. Going over the balance patch changes now with the character. Tsu got hit again. Now, it's not really a buff or nerf for the first one we're talking about, but it can be looked at as either one. For her beta, she got a unified width range for all her levels on her beta. So basically what that means is in the air, specifically, the range is the same through levels 1 through 9. Whereas on the ground, if I were to level that up, as you can see, that did not hit Deku right there. If I go to level 9, this will hit him, right? So on the ground, the range increases, but in the air, it does not. It's a little difficult to actually measure this because you know, you have to like go in the air and try your best to do the exact same range you did. But if we go down and I wait a little bit, let's go like right there. All right, so I waited a couple, maybe 1 second as I was descending from the air. You know, level 9 should hit the same way, right? So if I go into the sky, descend a little bit, it should hit, right? The other change to Tsu they made was reducing the duration of Judgment. Now, I don't know what Judgment is because there's nothing in her kit that says Judgment, unless I'm just missing something here. And initially, I thought it was the little hop that happens when you land their beta in the air. So this little hop here that lets you land the second beta on the ground. I thought that's what Judgment was, so it reduces the time they spend in the air. But I can still kind of normally land, you know, the 2 beta combo, so I'm not really sure what it is. But maybe Froppy mains will feel a difference. Maybe this is what Judgment means. Other than that, though, I have no idea. If you do know what Judgment means, please in the comments down below timestamp it and put this in so Froppy players know what's going on. I do not want to spread false information. Next up is Denki, and he actually got hit with a nerf, which was kind of surprising, but the TOD is still safe, so for those Denki mains that love the TOD, I believe it's still safe. But what this nerf is when you do land the Gamma ability now, I believe teammates or anyone that shoots the person stunned will get blown away faster than they did before. So by blown away, it means that kind of animation where they get invincibility frames. So for those of us that kind of just like, if we stun someone in this motion right here, we can kind of just wail on him and he would have to like take pretty much a 100% combo if everyone landed their kind of shots because he would just be stunned in that animation for so long. Now he'll get knocked out faster. That's what I believe. I don't have a friend up right now for me to test this. However, that's what I'm very confident in what that means. But the TOD still works, so Denki mains again, don't be worried, still works. Kendo mains, if there are any of you out there, you guys got a pretty good buff. You got a movement speed buff for just in general, so she's a lot faster now as well with her shield out, bro. This is pretty great. She moves really quickly compared to how she moved before, at least it feels like it. So now you can actually keep up with your mobile teammates and maybe defend them. And get to places a lot faster. She still doesn't have any like air mobility besides her gamma right there. But this is a great buff because if someone's like chasing you in a melee, you can back up. There's just a lot of just kind of small perks with just a straight up movement boost that we get with the character. So this is really great. I'm very glad they actually touched Kendo and gave her something as simple as that. I don't think she needs anything else. She does do some crazy damage if you let her, and she is a great support defense character if played correctly. So this speed buff is going to make her a lot better than she was. Next up is All Might. Now, he didn't really get technically buffed or nerfed. They just kind of added a few things here and there. I guess it could be technically a buff. So basically, during his special action, they're both referenced to his special action. Before you jump, I guess you couldn't cancel it before. I never really actually tried because when I used it, I never wanted to cancel it. But before you jump, you can evade to cancel this. So I guess, maybe if you wanted to bait someone into chasing you, I'm not really sure, but you can cancel this special action now. The other buff, which we're not going to be able to test here, is the range at which you can revive someone. So let's say this Bakugo was down right here in my special action. All Might can carry them to safety. I guess maybe from further away I can activate it, and I'll be able to pick them up from further away. That's the best I'm getting out of that. I don't know why they would do that. It didn't really feel like it was an issue, but maybe you had to be like right on top of them for it to activate. And maybe sometimes when you were right here, the jump would activate and you would jump away from them. Is probably what I'm getting at, is why they did that. So good for All Might, not really anything crazy, but I do enjoy the fact that you can cancel his special action. For the compressed mains out there, all 5 of you, man, you guys got a huge buff. This is what I wanted. Your gamma ability activates so much faster now. Look at that, man. That is awesome. I love how fast that works. I was asking for this buff specifically from day 5 when we found out compressed just took way too long. So we want to do it again, bro. Look how fast that is, bro. It is so much better, man. It is great. I absolutely love it. This is a huge buff for him. Now, personally, I would love to see another buff where I could use my special action to pick up a down teammate, but We'll see if he wants more buffs later in the season, but this is a fantastic one, man. This is so much faster than what it was before. I probably need to start doing some side-by-side comparisons, but you don't even need one for this one, man. This one is incredibly quick. The damage is still the same. If you didn't know, you can do damage with it, but it's just so much faster. You can get out a lot quicker, and oh man, it is so great. I'm so happy for the compressed mains out there, man. He's gonna be a lot more fun to play. He'll feel a lot more mobile too. Personally, I don't think it still lives up to how he is in the anime, where he's literally flying across the map. I definitely don't want to see Compress have 2 of these moves, but maybe the reload speed a little bit faster, maybe? I'm just trying to buff Compress so I actually see him in the game. But guys, that is it for the balance changes for the characters. We're gonna go into the system improvements. The most important system update we need to talk about, or system change, is the KO system. Now, I'm not too happy about this, but I am happy that they are listening and they're trying something out, but I'm not a fan of how they did this. Let me just read what this is. So when a KO occurs, it will be counted as a KO for the player who made the opponent down. So if you down an opponent, that is your kill no matter what. If a team kills them while they're in that 20-second state, or if your allies kill them in that 20-second state, or even execute them, that is still your kill, no matter what. It is not shared, it is your kill. You are the person that downed them. Now this has some consequences because I'm thinking of the potential kind of last hit kill stealing, which is really unfortunate because I think most people wouldn't actually do that. So if I'm trying to just help my teammate, and my teammate's been working on this guy forever, and he did like 280 damage, and I'm coming in and I just last hit him. And unfortunately, I was just trying to help my teammate and I stole the KO, right? Normally, before, I would be able to last hit them and just let them get the, kill in the down state, but because I last hit, that kill is mine and I essentially stole that kill, right? So that's really unfortunate, and enemies can do the same thing. They can just kind of last hit. So I'm not a huge fan of this, personally. I wanted the system where if me and a teammate damaged an enemy, and either one of us downed that enemy, that would initially count as our KO, if a person, did KO after that, right? So we would share that KO because we both did damage to him, and we were the ones to down that person. Now, if an enemy came in and last hit that person we were working on, that would not be our KO, even though we did all the damage. They would get the KO, even though they last hit it. I think that's perfectly fine. I just think we're still creating an environment where teammates are going to be mad at each other for kill stealing, even on accident now. So that's very unfortunate. But this way, they're going in the right direction, because in the storm was kill stealing our kills too. But now if we kind of last hit someone in the storm, so if we're hitting someone in the storm and then they go down by the storm and then eventually die, we will get that kill. And that works both ways. If someone's hitting you and you eventually die to the storm, that person that last hit you will get the down and the KO. So a lot of big changes there for the system. Let me know what you guys think about it. Personally, again, I gave you my thoughts. I'm not a huge fan. I do enjoy the down factor. If I down someone and then someone finishes them off in the 20-second state, that is my kill. But I would have been much preferred to share my wealth, because I'm not a fan of the kill stealing, or if I accidentally kill steal. So let me know what you guys think about that. This next system change is beautiful. They got rid of the retire system, so you can no longer rage quit or prevent someone from getting a KO or a execution shield from you when you are in your down state. So a lot of people, if you don't know what I'm talking about, when they went down and they were just kind of angry they went down, it would retire. They wouldn't let people get the KO because you would have to kill them in that down state to get that KO, but they would retire and essentially leave the game so that you couldn't get it. As well as if you were getting executed, you could just retire so they didn't get the shield. So maybe your teammates could like come in and stop them, and now they have no shield, whereas they would have, right? So there was a couple things like that, but this is out of the game now. I'm glad. No one can rage quit. It is kind of weird that they would do this now when the down system is implemented now, because I downed someone, and if they were tired, I would still get the kill. But I'm just glad they can't retire, because I want my shield. That's all. I'm glad. That is all I have for you guys. There are a couple other system improvements, but nothing too important. There's a couple changes here and there to the UI, and I believe they, made the Nintendo Switch a little better to operate this game on. But other than that, those are the two most important changes for Season 2. And guys, with that, we are done. Leave a like on the video, subscribe if you enjoyed. I appreciate all of you guys. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Let me know your thoughts about all these changes down below. And please, if I said anything wrong, which I'm pretty sure a couple things maybe I misinterpreted, please correct me in the comments below with a timestamp. And I will see you guys later. Have a great Friday and a great start to your weekend. I give you all luck for your endeavor pulls, and I will see you all later. Have a great one.